Hello, welcome to the SemLyfe podcast. Here you can hear me, Colby McKee, speaking to you, and Patrick Carney,
Yo, what's up?
Sam Schmidt,
Hey, yo.
and Alex Klein.
Hola, buenos dias.
Gracias. Today we are talking about what it's like to be going to a seminary, but also just be going to a normal college. So here at the House Formation, we are at an official seminary, but most seminaries are not going to a college. Well, it's a seminary college, so it's just specifically for seminarians. But we are going to Newman University, which is a Catholic college, but it includes just like normal people.
Normal people.
Not us, as you can clearly tell from other podcasts.
We are not normal. Do not get that idea about us.
Anyways, so I think we'll just have Sam Schmidt start us off on this one. So what is it like to be going to seminary, but also be going to a normal college?
So you get all the fun of a normal college, and by fun I mean you go to class and nobody says anything. That's actually been the most frustrating part this year. Last year, though, was wearing a uniform, because we have a uniform we wear. I went to K-State for a year, so I was going to class in sweatpants and T-shirts and jackets. And then all of a sudden, I have to wear dress shoes and khakis and a polo.
You developed style, is how I would say it.
Correct. Yeah. You look normal, like you presented yourself. I hate sweatpants.
So I feel like I'm being attacked a little bit. I'm gonna go on with my thoughts and feelings. But getting into like, you're the only person on this campus other than like the other brothers that are wearing, not casual clothing, and are wearing a uniform. So it's like very obvious. Everyone's looking at you and it's like, oh, those are the guys that wear khakis to college. So that was kind of irritating. Now I'm like, well, yeah, I guess I'm the guy who wears khakis to college. I guess that's just how it is. So that really has not a lot to do with going to college at a normal school. It has more to do with my own insecurities. So there's that for you guys.
Thank you, Sam.
That works out.
I'm pretty vulnerable.
Good for you.
No, I do agree that is like one of the biggest things. That's what one of my buddies, when we were talking about it, he like started laughing. He's like, you realize you're 25 and you're going to be going to college in uniform. He's like, you're such an idiot.
You signed up for this.
Yeah, I know. I did. It was
You had to pay for the uniform and everything.
Well, I didn't pay for my uniform.
Oh, you stole it.
Borrowed
it.
We're being vulnerable here. So
I was gifted it.
Oh,
I was gifted it to prior brothers that I've discerned out. Rest in peace.
Amen.
We'll talk about that on the next
Not that
podcast.
they died, but
One thing I do enjoy about the uniforms is that I'm clean. Like in firefighting, we'd be all sweaty, and we'd have like classes like all day, so I would smell for like 6 hours, and I couldn't take a shower because it was 30 minutes away from my house. So that's a plus.
I forgot that you were in firefighting. So when you said I'm clean, I was just like, oh, in college he had just terrible habit of wearing the same clothes all week.
he just never showered.
Yeah, like the gear smelled so bad, but it worked out.
Did it smell like fire?
It smelled like a lot of things. Yeah.
Well, honestly, for me, it was a pretty easy transition since I went straight from Bishop Carroll to the House of Formation. So I was, used to it, and I didn't get unused to it like you guys did, I guess. And, it was just a very easy transition. It was kind of weird, though, being the only ones in uniform. I will admit that.
Yeah, I feel like that's the weirdest part. Like that's the thing that still gets me hung up is like you walk into class and everyone just like knows that there's something off about this guy.
He's
Right.
not normal.
Right. And like right now, since we have like 80 new freshmen that I'm in class with every day, I don't even know where my classrooms are. I just walk around and look through windows, and when I see like 20 guys in the front row and everyone else is in the back, I'm like, oh, that must be my class.
Okay, that's actually super real because we don't take many classes without another seminarian in them. And so the first day I was heading to modern philosophy with Florence, one of the other guys, and
Hashtag shout out Flo's birthday's today.
his birthday is today,
Yep.
except not when this is being released when we're recording. So if you guys wanted to wish Flo happy birthday, you're late.
Uh-oh.
That's a good point. Sorry, continue. Still gave him a shout out.
So we're walking to class and we get to the class that we're supposed to be at and we look in and we know there's two other guys that are supposed to be in there, but we don't see them because they're like around the corner and we just see like people in normal like clothes and we're like, oh, that can't be our class, huh? Like there's no way we're supposed to be there. Turns out we were supposed to be there and we were 5 minutes late to class because we didn't see the other guys in uniform. So the uniform does help a little bit to find your class.
That's a good story.
It's a very good point.
Yeah.
Thank you, Sam, for your input there.
Yeah. Another thing that I think is fascinating is how many times I've had to explain what a seminarian is on a college campus.
I have not
Like
experienced that at all.
A
Catholic
college campus. A Catholic college campus, yeah.
Right.
You haven't been asked that?
I haven't either.
I've
Really?
been asked that a few times.
Do you guys talk to other people?
I must be very unapproachable. I think it's people just see the beard and are like, oh, wow, that's a man's man. I'm just going to avoid him. They get scared. They're intimidated.
That's a very good point, yeah.
I think I'm just weird.
Yeah, not
Are you
one of
saying
the
you're
normal kids.
Yeah, not normal. Yeah, once again.
Not weird, different.
Yeah.
I get asked.
Yeah.
I've had to explain what a seminarian is.
Yeah, I was blown away, and I also didn't know how to answer it.
How did you answer?
I was just like, we're just a bunch of dudes trying to figure out if we want to be priest. Like as if it was a question.
and like singular priest. Dudes want to be priest.
Right. I was
Not-
just like,
not priests.
yeah,
Just
no,
one.
just one. So
Patrick, I want to hear about how you introduced yourself at orientation to the whole Newman community.
So
gosh.
there's orientation for all the new students, and so they call all of the freshmen and like incoming classes, I don't know, up onto the stage, and they're like, "Hey, can one of you explain what you guys are doing here?" And all of them are like, "Well, Patrick is the oldest," so they're like, "Patrick, you explain."
yeah. So we get up on stage, and all of these awkward 18-year-old freshmen are just staring up at me. And I was like, hey, we're from the House Formation. We're a bunch of seminarians. It's the same thing that I explained what seminarians are. Like, just a bunch of dudes that figuring out if we want to be priests. So, sorry, ladies. And then we just walked off.
Genius.
It was great. I got quite a few laughs. I was pretty proud.
Yeah, there were 3 people in the crowd that understood that priests can't get married, and so they gave out a chuckle.
Most of them were like, but my pastor's married.
Well, honestly, this conversation really turned into talking about the uniform. You know,
Yeah.
I mean, that's okay.
We can
That's
go
a-
with that.
I mean, we can, if you want to ask a question that expands on it, like I'm okay. Like part
expands
of
on the. Okay, so what we
What?
wear as the uniform.
No.
You wanted to expand on the uniform, right?
No, I didn't want to expand on the
Yeah, we
uniform.
got a
Oh, well, what else
belt
would you be
and a
talking about?
shirt,
We beat the
and we got some pants.
uniform.
We've talked about the uniform enough. We've talked about it. Let's move on already. They're getting tired of it. The audience is getting tired of the
Yeah,
uniform.
they already clicked off at this point.
Yeah, that's a good point.
So what's it like to just be a college seminarian?
It's like being a college seminary.
I guess here, let me specify.
That would be good.
So in comparison to going to normal college, for those of us that went to normal college before entering seminary, so that counts me and Patrick out. What's like a major difference that you've kind of experienced other than the basic like we wear uniforms thing?
For me, being at the fire station, there wasn't like, it wasn't actually like on campus. So there was only 3 classrooms, so you couldn't really get it wrong of like which classroom you were supposed to be in, because 2 of the doors were always locked and one of them was always open. So you're like, oh, my classroom must be there. So like the vibe of that was more of just, like an adrenaline junkie. You're just like, I'm ready to go, and we're ready to go and just like work out and be super physical, and like there's no homework, but there was every now and again, but it was just all like physical. Whereas seminary, it's all philosophy, it's thinking with your head for these few years, so it's a little different paced. But it's great. It's great. I love it.
Especially when you don't go to Genesis with us.
Hey, I like cookie dough.
Good answer. Good answer.
Patrick's like, you want to go to Genesis? And Alex is just sitting there eating cookie dough
Yeah, I'm
out
like,
of the bin.
No. What does it look like, man?
Yeah. I'm shoving
Uh,
cookie dough in my pockets for class. Jeez.
The lint is for flavor.
All right, Sam.
So I came from architecture, so I still wasn't doing physical stuff, but I was working with my hands a lot. Architecture, the first year is like glorified arts and crafts. I was like gluing cardboard and like popsicle sticks together. And I was getting graded on that.
Hand turkeys too.
Only for extra credit. So coming in, doing philosophy is like a change. But I think especially coming from K-State. K-State's a big school. I'm coming into classes where there's like sometimes 9 people. My freshman year, I had a class of 4 people total for logic. And when I was at K-State, my smallest class was like 20, and that was my studio for architecture. My architecture class was 192 people, and so we had like seminars and lecture halls. Not during that year because it was COVID year, so it was all online. But like we were in Zoom calls with 192 people. I was in a physics class with 200 some, So I think that was a big change, was coming into classrooms and just having such a small number of people, like, relative to the teacher. When you're at K-State, it's like, what are the chances you can actually go to the teacher for help? But here at Newman, it's like, I can easily go to the teacher for help because they only have 20 other students for that class at most.
Didn't you have a class with like 5 people in it too?
I don't remember. Did I?
How many people do you have in your logic class last year?
Yeah, 4, like I said.
Oh, did you already say that?
Yeah, when I said I had a class with 4 people, logic.
Oh, awkward.
Anyways,
That is a good point. Oh, sorry. That is a good point you bring up though, that the teachers are just really, they're really nice, and like they just really want you to learn. Like they don't really, like they care about the grade, but they overall just want you to learn the material, and like they care about you more.
Yeah, they're super on board, and like I imagine that has something to do with they're not overwhelmed with having 192 kids in their class.
right.
Yeah.
Fascinating. Colby, what is I feel like since you didn't get the college experience quotation marks
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Seminary is definitely different, like way different. Do you feel like you missed out on that, like college, like going to a place like Manhattan or something like that?
Yeah, a little bit. I remember when Sam came last year, and he really missed K-State, and kind of told me some of like the stories from K-State and about all his buddies there and everything, and it just sounded like a really good community, and like they had a lot of fun, and I was like, man. So my first year, I didn't feel like that because I didn't really know what I was missing out on so much, but my second year, I kind of like realized like, oh, I could have like, if I were to leave, I'd go here, to really get a college experience, like a good, and to like enjoy a Catholic community in college too. But yeah, I think I kind of felt like I was, but I've come to be at peace with not having a normal college experience, I guess. I think like, this is where I have felt God to be calling me, and I am accepting of that, and just, if God didn't call me there, then it's for a reason, and I'm happy to forego that for whatever.
That's really good. Thank you.
Yeah. Patrick, you didn't ever go to college. So your first experience of college is also your first experience of seminary?
Correct.
What is that like?
A lot of just laughing at myself. Just
You're
like, why am I here?
You're like, I don't even know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
I don't know how to be a seminarian or a college student.
Right.
You're 25, so it's been 7 years since you were in school, right?
Yeah, 6 or 7, yep.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, it's just been like that. All I can explain is just like, I would get like mad or just like super confused and be like, why am I here? If I didn't just laugh at it, like
Right.
walking through orientation and seeing all like, yeah, this is cool for like all of the kids that just got out of high school, or the people that just got out of high school and are like, this is allegedly where they're supposed to be right now, but it just feels different when you're older. You're just like, why am I here?
Right.
Yeah.
You're like, I've been living on my own for the last 7 years.
Yes. And not having to, I just feel like which it's a good thing I don't have this anymore, but I had so much freedom and everything. And now it's just like,
I have Spanish to do.
I have Spanish to do. I thought we got over this. Like, I haven't even started math yet, but I'm already mad about it. Like, I thought we got over this thing. Where like, we agreed that we have calculators in our pockets. We don't have to do math anymore. we have Alexa. Like, she is capable of doing math way quicker than me. And yet
Right.
I still have to take a math class.
That's true. And they have those like ABC Cheerio things. Like, so like, why do I need to take English?
Are you talking about alphabet soup?
Yeah.
I think that might be a little bit different.
Where did that come from?
All right. Well, thank you for listening to SemLyfe podcast. All right. We'll see you next time, guys.
Bye. Deuces.
Peace out.
See ya.
Later. Peace out.
Hasta luego.
Live simply.
Peace up, A-Town. Always live difficultly.
Hey, remember when we started this thing and we said we were going to do like little quotes at the end of each episode, and then we didn't
I do remember that.
and we didn't do any quotes
I
at
totally
any
forgot.
of those episodes? That's fine.